Hey everybody, it's Greg here. I'm recording this. It is 12:15 a.m. right here on the East Coast, and it is early Sunday morning, April 2nd, 2023. So I thought I'd just come on real quick and give you an It Was a Thing on TV instant reaction. It's been a wild night tonight. We had the Final Four, and we had night one of WrestleMania number 39 in SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, or as it was called, WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, because WWE, I guess, wants to pretend that numbers exist in 10 years for anniversaries now, since they're acknowledging next year will be WrestleMania 40 in Philly next year. I want to start off with talking about the Final Four, and the first game, what an amazing game it was between San Diego State and Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic led throughout much of the game, and Florida Atlantic at one point had a 14-point lead. I was going out to get some takeout right before the second half started, so if I can look real quick, if I can go into my Score mobile app on my iPhone. Let me just pull it out. I forget what the score at halftime was. I think Florida Atlantic was up 8 on San Diego State. No, it was 7. 40-33. Florida Atlantic was the score going into the half. And I was watching the first couple of minutes in the second half, and I'm like, it looks like Florida Atlantic is probably going to take this one. But San Diego State, they began chipping away at the lead a little bit. And then it got to be a real tight game in the final minutes. San Diego State, they tried. Every time you thought they'd take the lead, Florida Atlantic would come right back. And so we were down to the final minute. And it was 71-70. In the final moments, Florida Atlantic just goes for a layup with about 10 seconds left on the clock. They miss, and then this happens.
And it's blocked. Pulled down by Mensa. They have the one timeout. Are they going to take it or not? They don't have the scorers on the floor. It's Butler with 2 seconds. He's got to put it up. And he wins it. He wins it with the jumper. A San Diego State miracle.
That, to me, brought back flashbacks of the Chris Jenkins shot by Villanova over North Carolina in the 2016 National Championship Final. And, of course, that was mentioned by, I believe it was either Nance or Grant Hill afterwards. But amazing. It almost replied to me of the Jalen Suggs game winner at the buzzer, although that was a tie game when Jalen Suggs hit the game winner for Gonzaga in 2021 in Indianapolis. So San Diego State, they head into the championship final, and the second game was a bit of a different story as UConn just absolutely dominated Miami. Final score was, I believe, 72-59. Yeah, 72-59 was the final score. So the Huskies are in the championship final for the first time in 9 years. And let me just take a look at who scored. Senegal on UConn led all the scoring for the Huskies with 21 points. Hawkins had 13 points. And what was the score? They were up 13 at the half, and I thought, I cannot see Miami coming back from that big amount of points to make up like San Diego State did with Florida Atlantic. But give credit to Larinaga and the Hurricanes. A great run in the Final Four, but clearly outmatched by Dan Hurley and the Huskies. And it'll be San Diego State and UConn battling for the national championship on Monday night. And it should be a good matchup. Not that I encourage it, by the way, if I can find the line on the game. But according to Score Mobile, the line is UConn by 8, which I believe makes a lot of sense considering how dominant UConn has been throughout the whole tournament. So, pulling for San Diego State, but I gotta go with the odds makers. I gotta say UConn has the best chance to win this title game on Monday night. And now from talking about a shoot to talking about a work. Yes, WrestleMania 39 Night 1. And I was divided between this. I was hard to keep paying attention to that. I was listening to the Place to Be Nation alternative commentary for WrestleMania over on Twitch, on the Twitch channel for Place to Be Nation, while I was watching WrestleMania and the Final Four on my Amazon Fire TV in my room. So it was hard to keep track between all three, but I managed to make it work. So if I can review real quick. Oh, the opening match. Austin Theory retained his WWE United States Championship where he beat an Invisible Man. It was a very weird match. I did not understand this match at all. I did not understand why Austin Theory was wrestling an Invisible Man, especially considering apparently this Invisible Man was high-fiving a bunch of Make-A-Wish kids. It was very odd. This made no sense. Oh, the Street Profits of Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, they won the 4-way tag team match, which was billed as the Men's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-way tag team match. That's what happens when you have both sets of tag belts unified, and you have to get all the tag teams in your show onto the card somehow. But, oh, this was the best match. Seth Rollins against Logan Paul. Now, I was hoping that Seth friggin' Rollins would beat Logan Paul. And let me tell you something. This match was everything I hoped it would be. I love the fact that KSI came in dressed as a water bottle mascot. Logan Paul accidentally did not know that he was diving onto KSI on the frog splash on the announce table. And then Seth Rollins beat Logan Paul, and I celebrated because I hate Logan Paul. So, that was great. Thank you, Seth Rollins. Thank you. Trish Stratus, Lita, Becky Lynch defeated Damage Control and Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. I was probably not watching this match. I didn't watch much of it. I was mainly watching the UConn Miami game during that. And then, oh, this was so great. Oh, father versus son. Rey Mysterio against Dominic Mysterio. But the highlight of this match is this deeply personal grudge match between Rey and Dominic was sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And not only that, but they had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot in lucha gear. And the best part is when Rey Mysterio made his entrance to the ring after being driven in on a lowrider by Snoop Dogg in tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Rey Mysterio gave a high five to the Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot. And I was like, oh, that is so fantastic. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot got a high five from Rey Mysterio. I was hoping the Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot would play a giant role in the match, but unfortunately, he didn't. There was some wacky shenanigans in this match, and, well, that jackass Dominic Mysterio, he lost to Rey Mysterio, and he got what was coming to him. That's what you get, Dominic, for spending like 20 minutes in jail and thinking that you're thug life. No, you're not. No, you're not. Rhea Ripley defeated Charlotte Flair to win the SmackDown Women's Championship. And oh, this was so embarrassing what I'm about to describe here. There was a segment where The Miz had a match with Pat McAfee. And Pat McAfee basically kicked The Miz's ass. And I was so sad by this. I was so sad to watch this. And somehow George Kittle got involved in this match. Yes, they're at the stadium for the Rams, and somehow George Kittle from the 49ers is involved in this match. Well, to be fair, Los Angeles is not really a football town, and the Rams have only been back in Los Angeles for about 6-7 years now. So I don't think the fans in Los Angeles understand anything about divisional rivalries whatsoever. So I guess it kind of made sense. But still, this was so horrible to watch, and I feel very bad. But you know what? Pat McAfee now has something in common with Virgil. They're both 2-0 at WrestleMania. So, WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, I want to see Pat McAfee against Virgil in a match to see who can be 3-0 at WrestleMania. You have McAfee, and then they have Meat Sauce. It would be gold. It would be gold. Someone tell Hunter to book that for next year's Mania. Please. Somebody at WWE. And then main event, we had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against the Usos for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship to end night one. And this was so good. This was such a great match. Oh, near falls over the place. And then you have that happy ending. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the best of friends, team up to destroy the Bloodline and win the undisputed Tag Team Championship. And that sets us up for tomorrow night. Well, since I'm recording this at 12:30 a.m., I guess later tonight, technically, on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, I'm recording this at like 9:33 p.m. So I guess technically it's tomorrow for you guys. But yeah, night 2 is going to be fantastic. It's going to be main evented by Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship tomorrow night. And looking down the rest of the card for tomorrow night, we got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez against Natalya and Shotzi, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, and Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville in the Women's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag Match. Gunther against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Belt. Edge against the Demon Finn Balor in a Hell in a Cell match. Brock Lesnar against Omos with MVP in his corner. Oh, that's going to be the train wreck match. But, I hope Omos goes over in that match against Brock. And then for the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair against Asuka. And then, of course, Roman against Cody for the undisputed WWE Championship tomorrow night. So it should be a good one. We got that, and then on Monday, we got San Diego State and UConn for the National Championship of College Basketball. Very, very good stuff. So that's going to do it for this It Was a Thing on TV Instant Reaction. And have a good rest of your day, everybody.